Hello and welcome to Rev Sports. Two teams, two completely different journeys, but the same pressure to get it right tonight. For Gujarat, it's about building momentum. For Kolkata, unfortunately, it's about getting that first win. It's all about survival for Kolkata Knight Riders tonight. Joining me for this show is Bharat Ramraj and Mohor Chaudhary, and I am Gargi Raut, and we're going to have a fun little show today. But Bharat, I'll start with you. When it comes to KKR, obviously it's going to be quite a difficult one. It's already been a difficult season for them. Lots of questions being raised. How are you looking at tonight's clash?
Yeah, it's going to be very difficult for the KKR setup. They've lost all their games, barring one, and that also they would have lost, most likely lost, but for Rain coming to the rescue. So nothing really is going well for them. I think they got it wrong at auction table itself. From there itself, I think they've had their problems. Yes, there have been injuries, but still, if you look at their bowling attack, if you look at their batting lineup, right from Rane, he's not scoring runs at a strike rate that they would want to. Cameron Green also is struggling. Is also struggling with both the bat and ball. I don't think they have got the batting position right either for someone like Cameron Green. So right down the order, even Rinku Singh is struggling against spin bowling. So beat their batting, beat their bowling. I think there's a lot of inexperience in that seam attack. They need someone with experience. It could be Patirana at some point of time when he plays for KKR, but they definitely need someone with some kind of experience in that pace department. Otherwise, that too they are struggling. So I don't think they've got the resources right. And yes, injuries have played their parts. And then obviously, when you're on a losing streak, when you lose a couple of games, then what happens is you tend to lose four or five in a row. And after that, it becomes very difficult to get that momentum back. That's how it works in the world of IPL. You get into that defeatist mindset when you lose two, three in a row. I think that's what is basically happening for KKR. They're in some kind of, what can you say, uh, in some kind of a dark tunnel. I don't think they have much going for them to find the light inside that dark tunnel.
You summed it up quite poetically over there. But more, do you think it's still, you can give a little bit of grace to KKR at this point and say it's still the start of the IPL? Or do you think, no, 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 it's too late. It's actually time for KKR to go gung ho at this point. It's a win or it's go big or go home for them.
Yeah, I think things look difficult. They look difficult for sure. And I say this because, even if you look for certain solutions, you are not being able to find solutions as well. They have tried number of combinations. They have tried shifting, shuffling the order, but nothing has seemed to work as of now. So I think at this point, if they want to make a comeback from this position, because they have lost all their games, one, as Bharat sir mentioned, they got the point because of the rain. But if they have to make things right at this point in time, they have to take certain bold calls. They have to make some correct decisions. Uh, I mean, people are allowed to read between the lines, but I think it's important to look at the current form of the players more than the price tag, and make the ones who. I mean, okay, if I give an example, if I had to make certain changes, then first of all, in the batting order, I think I would make Finn Allen and Tim Seifert open, and maybe make Cameron Green rest for a match or two, and see how this combination goes. But then again, they've tried so many permutations and combinations, and nothing has seemed to work for them. Same for the pace department. So many injuries. They're bringing in this person, they're taking out that person, but then again, there's no solution as of now. Pathirana is not available as of now. So maybe they have to take certain bold calls. They have to sit together and do what is best for the team at this point.
Bharat, Mohor mentions Cameron Green. There was so much attention on whether or not he would bowl. There was so much attention on his injury. It changed nothing, unfortunately, him bowling as well. It felt like it was almost a hyper fixation for the management at that point because I don't know what really went on behind the scenes when it comes to this whole confusion of whether or not he will bowl. But you know, how is it looking when it comes to the controversies with KKR since last season? How are you, assessing them this time around as well? There are a lot of problems in the management, it seems.
Yeah, there is confusion when you keep losing. There will be confusion in relation to the management, how it works, how the think tank works. That is how it is
A
when
winning
it comes.
dressing room is a happy dressing room.
Sorry.
A winning dressing room is a happy dressing room.
Yeah, yeah. That's what happens. Even if you go back in time, when England were getting trashed in Australia somewhere in 2013-14 when they lost 0-5, even a coach like Andy Flower couldn't handle that particular dressing room with someone like Kevin Peterson around. So that's what is basically happening with the KKR setup as well. They're having a lot of issues, and Cameron Green is a kind of player who I think bats well when he's batting in the top order, somewhere in top three. But unfortunately, it so happens that he's not able to bat in top three. He's not a good player of spin. If he's going to bat in number 6 or 7, then it is going to be very difficult for someone like Cameron Green to come good. Yes, he can bowl that hard length, but even there, he's hardly bowled in the Sheffield Shield for a period of time. He's hardly bowled in the Sheffield Shield. He's hardly bowled in the Ashes, a few overs here or there. So it is not really working for him as a bowler either. Suddenly, you can't expect someone to come good if he has not bowled even 10 overs for a period of 5, 6 months. So I think that's what is happening with his bowling as well. In the Ashes, he might have bowled a couple of spells here or there. That's it. So even the ball in hand, he's kind of struggling with his length. He's struggling with his lines. So that is where the problem is with the KKR setup. Is he there? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I'm
Otherwise, I
there.
cannot take it up here.
No, no, don't worry. I'm there. Lots of comments have already started popping up. Abhay is saying KKR has to play intra match, whichever 11, whichever 12 wins, they need to play in the main 12. Just a joke. Quite a suggestion there. Okay, will KKR play Tim Seifert today? All right, we have Debashish joining us from outside of the Eden Gardens. Debashish, Rajasthan Royals was practicing today, if I'm not wrong. Please tell us what went down in the practice session before we get to talking about KKR's game tonight.
Yeah, Kalki, obviously, as you all know, there is, on Sunday, Rajasthan Royals will be facing Kolkata Knight Riders. Yesterday, they had an optional training session where the likes of Yashasvi Jaiswal, Jofra Archer, and Ravindra Jadeja did not turn up, but the entire squad turned up except for Ravindra Jadeja. But the focus, the height, all the limelight was on Vaibhav Suryavanshi. Yes, wherever this the teenager has been going, there has been a lot of media focus and the attentions, and yeah, here at Eden Gardens also yesterday he did batted for 20 minutes against the likes of Nandre Berger and Rajasthan Royals practice bowlers. Today also similar thing happens. He did bat in couple of nets. Obviously the side nets as well as he batted in the main center next just next to the center wicket. But talking about Vaibhav, yes, there will be times when he will have failure. Remember in the last match against Sunrisers Hyderabad, he got out for a duck, trying to hike a short ball of Praful Hinge. In the journey, he will have failures. It goes to be seen how he copes up, how he handles this failure, and take it in his stride. That will test his character as a youngster. So yes, the entire Rajasthan think tank, the likes of Kumar Sangakkara, Vikram Rathore, Trevor Penny, you name it, means and they have been all rallying behind, means, trying to give the youngster as much of a freedom he can, and that is the luxury he has in this Rajasthan Royals squad. He can go out there and express himself, and obviously it reflected in his batting. 200 runs in 5 matches at a staggering strike rate of 263. So I think yes, but for Rajasthan Royals, remember they lost in their last match against Sunrisers Hyderabad by 57 runs. So they would rather look forward to bouncing back against Kolkata Knight Riders, who had not been the squad that used to be. They have already lost 4 out of 5 matches, and it goes to be seen how good a performance they put up against Gujarat Titans tonight. Gargi.
All right. Okay, lots of questions again. Let me take a look at them. Uh, Aju has to stand for himself and not let KKR management drop him. Kick the captaincy torture but play as a batter. Okay,
Uh,
we'll let that go. Well left. Left outside off.
no,
Okay, Bharat, you think it's coming?
can I take that? Can I take
Sure,
that?
sure.
How
Go
can we
straight.
expect that obviously he is not doing justice as a captain and also as a batter? Means obviously, yes, he might have scored the highest number of runs for Kolkata Knight Riders, but the template, the way he scores those runs is misfit. Means let's be very honest. Means it's brutally honest. that Rajasthan, Ajinkya Rane, you cannot have both Ajinkya Rane and Ankrit Raghuvanshi in a playing 11. Means unfortunate to say, and the biggest worry problem is Gargi, if you ask me, is the failure, is the loss of form of Rinku Singh. In that middle order, you have a Rinku Singh, Ramandeep None is firing, and also you have a Cameron Green. So I think plenty of worries. I don't know whether they're going to bounce back or not, but I am looking forward to some changes tonight. I definitely have a notion that there will be at least one change, and I think Tim Seifert or Rachin Ravindra might come in place of either Finn Allen or Cameron Green.
Bharat, what are your thoughts on Tim Seifert? Do you think he can play tonight?
Yeah, Team Seifert can play, but actually there's not much difference in relation to how Team Seifert plays or Finn Ellen plays. Both of them are quite similar. One is taller guy, the other one is a shorter guy, but both of them have similar areas where they concentrate on. Most likely they will try to hit uh, square of the wicket on both sides of the wicket, square on the offside as well as square on outside. So that is how they play. But one of them is in perhaps better mental frame, that is mental space, that is Team Seifert. While Finn Allen, after scoring so many runs in T20 World Cup, especially in that semi-final, hasn't done well in this IPL. So in that regard, they can look to get someone like Team Seifert into the equation because Isaban, I think, might score a few more runs. He might score those runs at a quicker pace. As far as Rachin Ravindra is concerned, I think he's still a work in progress as far as his batting is when it comes to his batting in T20 cricket. But as a bowler, he can add something, I feel, because we saw in the T20 World Cup, he was giving those crucial wickets to New Zealand right through the T20 World Cup. He was able to come in the middle overs and get to crucial wickets. So in that sense, Rachin Ravindra can come in place of even someone like Cameron Green if they really want to. Come in as an all-rounder, not just as a batsman. I think he's a very useful left-arm spinner in T20 cricket.
Okay, there are lots of more questions as well. Before I go back to Mohor, because Devashish will have to leave in a bit. Devashish, aaj KKR's campaign is going to end tonight. Sounds harsh but true.
I mean, obviously, that comes from an ardent KKR fan. Means obviously, I am also very disappointed. That means you win, you lose. In sports, you win some, you lose some. There is no problem in losing, but the manner in which the Kolkata Knight Riders have put up, it's very disappointing. Means hardly they have. It's kind of a mixed surrender in all the matches. Be it their batting, be it their bowling, none have worked so far. Yes, there have been few injuries, but whether it's going to be the last, if they lose tonight, yes, the campaign might as well be over because after 6 matches you lose five, then obviously definitely your campaign is almost over.
Yeah. All right, Mohor, I'll go over to you now. Let's take some of the questions here. This is for Bharat. Okay, I'll ask one of now. Mohor, how impressive do you think Gujarat Titans' turnaround has been after a slow start?
Yeah, I think really impressive. The fact that most of their players have come back in form, they look good. Especially Joss Butler coming back in form, Rashid Khan finding form once again. I think these are some of the positives that happened in Gujarat Titans. So tonight, of course, it's their home ground. They have played here. They have good records here. All of them, most of these players have good records here. So again, they have an upper hand tonight, given KKR's form, but also given the fact that they have also been doing really well. But once again, if there's one weakness or whatever that I'd like to point out is their middle order, and I have been constantly rooting for a certain change in the middle order, but that's not happening, and I don't see that happening tonight either because they've won 2 games. Probably they'll be going with the winning team, but their top order firing is a great sign. Their bowlers coming back in form is a great sign. But yeah, I think they could try someone like a Jason Holder. I have been talking about this every now and then because Rabada has been quite expensive. If you look at his stats for the past lot of games, let's say, he's not been able to do anything that great with the ball. Last match also, I mean, a number of players were quite economical with the ball, but he was still expensive. So I'd still go for a Jason Holder. He can give you a batting option as well, and he also was very good with the ball in T20 World Cup. That's my call.
And before I go back to Bharat, Debashish, you did a special story with Shubhayan and you went to Vaibhav's home place. You did a little tour around his place and spoke to his relatives, spoke to people that have supported him his whole life. Not that it's very long, just 15 years, but he's already a superstar. Debashish, tell me some of the highlights of your little tour. Of course, the video is up on the channel, so you can all go and watch. It's a mini documentary. Debashish, your highlights.
Yeah, obviously, it's been a great, fascinating journey so far for the youngster. Yes, especially the sacrifices his parents have made, especially his father, means taking him to from the Tajpur to Patna, which is almost 3 hours drive, and the sacrifice of his mother as well, means preparing the food for him. And more than that, I would say that it is also his self-belief and hard work. Means obviously your parents might work as much as they can, but it also depends on how you are willing to put in that extra bit. Means for Vaibhav, in case of Vaibhav, he is willing to put in that extra bit. We saw in the practice session for the last couple of sessions. This was my first opportunity actually, where I actually witnessed Vaibhav train. And I have never met him in person before. So this was in fact my first visit, and I could see, means he is a keen learner of the game, and that is what will make him a better cricketer. Gargi, you have also played the game, so I think, means any sports person, means early in his career you need to be a better learner. Means obviously, and when you have someone in the likes of Kumar Sangakkara, means who can you fall back upon? Means he is such a legend for Sri Lanka, and also you have a Vikram Rathore who has been part of the Indian setup. So I think he is in very good hands. And also Rajasthan Royals have been taking to extreme care about Vaibhav Suryavanshi. I saw yesterday. I will just tell you an example, a small example, what happened yesterday during the practice session when the team turned up. There is a security personnel, Rajasthan Royals security personnel who is constantly with Vaibhav Suryavanshi. So obviously there will be crowd, there will be fans who would like to request for selfies or photographs, but that individual is constantly with Vaibhav Suryavanshi, and as soon as the practice got over, he was the first one to leave the training session. He did not travel with the team to the hotel. He was cordoned off from after he finished his batting session. So that is what you want. You don't want outside noise to disturb it. But it goes to missing Gargi as to how he handles the pressure now. Because during his journey, there will be failures. It's not that everything will be on his platter. There will be times then when he won't score, he will struggle to score runs. So herein lies obviously but so far in his brief stint, in his brief career, he has taken on the attack. Means he rather than taking on the bowler, he has played the ball to its merit. So be it a Jasprit Bumrah, be it a Bhuvneshwar Kumar, or be it a Josh Hazlewood, and I think the more you give freedom, the better for him at this tender age. Gargi.
Absolutely.
I'll just come back. I think it's getting dark. I'll just come back in a couple of minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
Just come back.
Yes, Bharat. All right, I will give a little bit of an update. We all know that the Rajasthan Royals team manager was, captured using a mobile phone in the dugout. So we have, an IPL media advisory, and it is that the Rajasthan team manager, Ravinder Singh Binder, has been fined 1 lakh rupees for breaching BCCI IPL PMOA protocols during the game between Rajasthan Royals and Royal Challengers Bangalore. All right, Mr. Binder has admitted to the offense and offered an unconditional apology. As this was his first breach under the prescribed protocols, a fine of 1 lakh has been imposed in accordance with Article 7.42A of the BCCI PMOA protocols. He has also been warned to exercise greater care in the future and to adhere strictly to the established guidelines. So that's the update when it comes to the Rajasthan Royals team manager. Obviously, when it comes to the BCCI, when it comes to any franchise that is a franchise league that's happening, or any kind of game of cricket that is happening under the BCCI or the ICC, strict anti-corruption rules are in place. So you're not allowed to have any electronic devices in the dugout, in the dressing room, the game is over. So that's what that was all about. He has been fined 1 lakh rupees, but doesn't really matter. They get paid a lot. Okay,
Obviously, one lakh is petty amount. Means
nothing.
obviously 1 lakh is
It's
nothing,
nothing.
nothing.
And also, from what I know, these breaches, these fines are paid by the franchise and not by the individual. Even when it comes to the
Yeah,
players,
very much, very much.
yeah, even when it comes to the players, because Dhruv, sorry, what was his name? Oh no, LSG, long hair.
Digvesh Rathi.
Digvesh Rathi.
Yes,
I
yes.
kept remembering
Exactly.
Digvesh Rathi because he got fined so many times last time around. There was a huge question on how can he afford those fines and all of that. Fans kept asking on social media. But to let you guys know, there is the franchise that pays these fines. Even when it comes to the Indian team, if there is a fine, BCCI will pay it, not the players from out of their pocket. Okay, seems like Bharat has found a good place. I'll throw a question from Abhay to you, Bharat. KKR has lost three good bowlers but not batters, but I don't see any intent to hit sixes from any of the batters, and all top five in the playing 11 have batted in the top three. All top five people have batted in the top three. No one has experience in playing spin in middle. Okay, these
Anyway,
are a lot of sentences without any, what do you call it, any commas or any full stops.
yeah, understood the gist of it. Let me put it that way.
Bharat, you on
Yes,
mute.
there's no real intent in relation to their batting. But having said that, some of them, someone like Ajinkya Rahane, perhaps doesn't belong to the modern times when it comes to T20 cricket. I think that is the main factor to look at. I think he belongs to some other era. In this era, when you want a player to have a strike rate of 200 or on those lines, then I don't think he has that kind of capability to score at a strike rate in that fashion, especially against spin bowling. He might score some runs against fast bowling. He might have a good strike rate against pace bowling, but against spin bowling, I think he's struggling. And then even if you look at some others, maybe someone like Rinku Singh, I think he's really struggling against spin bowling. He also has to go back the what can you say drawing board and look at his game against spin. And then to make matters worse, someone like Finn Ellen is struggling at the top of the order. I don't think it is about lacking in intent with someone like Finn Ellen. It's just that he's going through a bad patch. Unfortunately for KKR, it's happening at a point of time when they need someone like Finn Ellen and come good and score a lot of runs at a strike rate of maybe 180, 200, but it's not happening just because he's going through a bad patch. So KKR are having problems not just at the top of the order, but somewhere low down the order as well. Cameron Green, I think, is batting at a wrong position. He's someone I think much better off playing in top order. But if you play him at number 6 or 7 when he's up against spin bowling, I don't think it works for him well either.
All right, there's a funny comment here. Suman Avasti is saying, Gargi, read YouTube comments as a telegram. Will make more sense. All right, Debashish, last question to you before I let you go. Your view on Abhishek Nair as head coach? Big question.
And I might sound harsh. Means obviously as a KKR fan, means I would like to. Means obviously it hasn't been a great season for him. And means obviously you can give the benefit of doubt for him because it's only 5 matches in the season. Hopefully he gets a win tonight. Means obviously all this talk about Abhishek Nair and Ajinkya Rahane will stop for a moment. Means if KKR goes on to win against Gujarat Titans, but if KKR loses tonight, again the social media will be flooded with sack Abhishek Nair, sack Ajinkya Rahane, which has been trending so far. Means obviously, God forbid, wish KKR goes on to get a win at least, but then obviously they have a home match next where they play against Rajasthan Royals before. Actually, that is the last match, Gargi, before there will be no matches in Kolkata because of the elections, because of the upcoming elections. Only in May we will get to say any IPL matches here at the Eden Gardens. So obviously KKR will like to win these two matches, starting tonight with Gujarat Titans.
Okay. Bharat, please answer my question. Where is your question? I have not seen your question even once. So please send your question again. Manchild. Manchild. His username is Manchild. I'm not saying anything, okay? Uh, Please send your question again and I will take it. Okay. A lot of people, not a lot of people, freaking awesome actually. Mohor is talking about how Ahmedabad, uh, unlike the other, some of the other surfaces in the IPL, talk about a Chinnaswamy or a Wankhede. 207 is the highest record chase in Ahmedabad so far in the IPL. Do you think if KKR are somehow put to bat first, put 200 runs on the scoreboard, they have enough firepower in their bowling unit to defend that total?
If KKR are put to bat first, first of all, they'll have to score above 200, 210. That is my take. Because the way, I mean, not just their bowling, their batting has also been struggling quite a bit. The openers have to stay on for a longer period of time. They have to give, the base so that the others can come in and fire. If you look at their middle order, that has also been struggling. So, first of all, I would like them to, if they win the toss, that is, I don't know what they'll choose, but if they are put to bat first, then they will have to score a high total. And coming to the bowlers, once again, I think it's very dicey, Gargiri. I don't know what to say because their batting has also been struggling, while at the same time their bowling has also been struggling. It's an overall struggle in their confidence and body language. Everything seems out of place. So at this point, it's difficult to say if they'll be able to defend, but they will have to go for a larger target, of course, if they are put to bat first. And given the fact that most of the Gujarat Titans batters have good records against KKR, Gujarat Titans itself has a good record against KKR if you look at the head to head. It is going to be challenging for KKR tonight, but let's see if they can turn things around.
Okay, but there's a question here for you. Do you think it's now time when teams have to retire out openers or number three batters after they have played 50 plus deliveries and are not going at a 195 to 200 strike rate? Wow. I would be very humiliated if something like that happens.
I think it has happened once or twice somewhere, not just in IPL. I've seen it happen
Yeah,
in
it's
the world
happened.
of BBL as well, when the top order batters have been, batsmen have been retired out, and that can happen even the IPL. Yes, it's the harsh world of T20 cricket where franchise owners demand results, where the owners are always demanding that you
Atharva
go on to
Taide.
win the game. Yeah, sorry,
Atharva Taide is one from last season that I remember.
sorry.
Atharva Taide
Yeah,
being
yeah, yeah.
retired. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. So owners are always very demanding in franchise cricket. It's not just about the world of IPL and other leagues as well. We have seen that. So in that sense, we will, I think, see more and more of it because even today, Josh Hazelwood in the press conference I was attending here, he was talking it in a he was saying it in a light-hearted manner as to how the scores are now 240, 250, and it's actually the batters who are under some kind of pressure because they always have to go at a strike rate of 200 plus. He took it in a funny way and light-hearted way and said that it's not just the bowlers, even the batters are under pressure because they have to always score at a strike rate of over 200. So in that sense, we might see it happening more often in the future as well. We have already seen it a few times, but in the future, I think we will see it more often. I can understand from owners' point of view, looking at how harsh the world of T20 cricket is, not just
Yeah.
on the bowlers, but also on the batters, because they always have to score at a strike rate of around 200. It can't be easy for batters as well. They are not robots either. Sometimes they will fail, sometimes they will struggle. So I can understand from owners' point of view there.
Devashish, I hope you don't get in trouble with the police for standing there because all of the
No, no, no,
management
no,
is
not
going.
really, because the Rajasthan Royals players are just leaving after their training session.
Yeah, that's why I said I realize that that's what's happening. Final question, and then you can go. Dex is asking. I think it's time to have some serious conversations about Shane Watson as well. What is he doing there? KKR yet to win a game, and Nair is just smiling in the dugout.
No, 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 no. You cannot be too harsh on saying Watson. If the players do not perform, what else? It has got nothing to do with the support staff. Obviously, criticizing Abhishek Nair is also unfair. As I told you that it's just only 5 matches in the season, but definitely you need to question as to the strategy. Like for instance the match against Punjab Kings. winning the toss when there was rain forecast, you bat first. There was no logic. Those strategical blunder you need to ask. You need to ask who is setting those plans. Obviously, but then when it comes to uh, someone asked about retiring out, there will be time because see, no complaints whatsoever against Ajinkya Rana, but you have to admit that after the power play, his strike rate is dropping. So obviously, as a captain, he should take the responsibility for us retiring him out. Means there will be a time because IPL has seen over the years so many innovations, and we are celebrating 18th anniversary tomorrow. So means obviously there will be time when we will see some players retiring himself out. I mean, it's part of the strategy, very much a part of the strategy. If you are not keeping on the tempo, KKR has won the toss and decided to bat first. So KKR has won the toss and decided to bat first.
Okay, you have the toss update. Wow, you're faster than me. Okay, KKR and opted to bat first. So it seems like the thing that I was talking to you about, Mohor, is the strategy that they're going with. They'll want to go out there, post at least a 210, 200 to 10, 210 to 215 run total on the scoreboard, and then go out there and defend it. And hopefully they can, because they need to open that win account desperately. Or like the others are saying, like the comments are saying, that it might just be boom or bust for KKR. All right, we'll take Shubman Gill. Okay, all right, all right. Tim Seifert is warming up. So let's see if he actually plays tonight. I will wait for the toss, for the team update to come, and then we can close the show. All right. There is one question here. Why does Weber Barora bowl short when he is a swing bowler? Saudi is the best man for him, but same mistake. Bharat?
Oh, I think it's a long story. I guess it is because Vaibhav Arora was asked to bowl in the death overs as well. Somewhere I think he's lost his ability to swing the ball, to get that in-swinger going. I think he has to look at his wrist position in that sense, because they try to bowl a lot more in the death overs. Maybe it was management's call to make him bowl in the end overs, and I think because of that he has lost his ability, lost his traits to swing the ball. So what happens is, when you're not getting the ball to swing up front, anyway the white Kookaburra ball doesn't really swing these days, but when you're not getting the ball to swing, then you will definitely pull your length back, and it's not a hit the deck kind of fast bowler to pull his length back. And I think that has been the biggest problem for someone like Vaibhav Arora, because if he's not going to swing it, he'll pull his length back, and when he pulls his length back, he's getting smashed around all over the park. So that is what I would say about Vaibhav Arora.
Okay.
Yeah,
Devashish Daru, you need to leave, or can you stay in the line? Because Devashish
yeah, you
Da?
can leave. You can leave.
Yeah, because I've been seeing
So what is
if it's becoming a
happening
problem, then
with
you can
regard?
leave.
So anyway, she's back.
Absolutely
What is happening
chaos
with regard to the toss?
everywhere.
Yeah.
Absolute
I
chaos.
Someone
I'm
just
just
walked in front of me.
yeah, I just saw that, which is why I
It's
asked.
all right. It's all right. It happens. We can't plan these things.
Obviously, no.
Okay,
The
okay.
thing is that someone is doing a live. You cannot just walk in the middle.
It's all right. Sometimes people are not aware of their surroundings and they're just in their own little world. It's all
Yeah,
right.
maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for someone to give an update. Okay, Tim Seifert comes in place of Finn Allen. Ajinkya Rahane confirms. Let's see
Yes,
if Gujarat
yes.
Titans make any changes to their playing 11, and then we can take predictions and close the show. So far, nothing from Shubman. Let me hear it. There might be some chances of dew later in the day. We would have bowled first, so Shubman Gill and Gujarat Titans get what they want. Rahane says we are looking to bat first because we want our batters to bat freely. T20 is a game that is all about momentum, and we don't want to depend too much on the data. I have a problem with this data point because KKR, when Gautam Gambhir was here, or when Gautam Gambhir was mentoring, he kept talking about how much data is used. Then later, when Gautam Gambhir became the Indian head coach, he said, we don't care about the data. And now Ajinkya Rahane is also saying we don't care about the data. So what's really happening when in fact T20 is a full-on data game? So it's quite puzzling and confusing what these guys are saying. But we have the playing 11s, thankfully. Let's start with Kolkata Knight Riders, Ajinkya Rahane, Tim Seifert, Sunil Narayan, Cameron Green, Ankush Raghuvanshi, Rovman Powell, Rinku Singh, Ramandeep Singh, Anukul Roy, Weber Varora, Kartik Tyagi, and of course that one change where Tim Seifert is coming in for Finn Allen. Gujarat Titans, Shubman Gill, Sai Sudarshan, Ross Butler, Washington Sundar, Glenn Phillips, Rahul Tewatia, Rashid Khan, Ashok Sharma, Kagishwar Rabada, Prasidh Krishna, and Mohammad Siraj. All right, let's take predictions. Bharat, KKR, or Gujarat Titans?
Maybe it is KKR's time to win one game. That's what usually happens in the world of IPL. When you lose 4-5 in a row, you usually win one at least. So it is perhaps KKR's day, although Gujarat Titans look like a better side. It's just that is how it works in the world of IPL or franchise cricket. Where you lose 3-4 in a row, then you tend to win at least one game somewhere.
Hopefully that works out. Debashish, your thoughts?
No, I will bank KKR to come good this time. Obviously, you cannot lose 5 out of 6 times. Come on, at least I am banking on KKR. I mean, at least Team Cypher to come good. And finally Cameron Green. Means you just cannot go. It's time that you start scoring runs and pick pace, get some wickets.
Mohor?
I'll go by current form and given the fact that it's their home ground. So I think I'll go for an 80-20 situation. Given their current forms, 80 for Gujarat Titans and 20% for KKR. But also, if I had to add a little about KKR, it's just a question that I had in my head. Uh, is Was it possible to add a Tejasvi Dahiya in their lineup? Because he's a good hitter of the ball. He was good in the Delhi Premier League. Some in place of perhaps Ramandeep Singh. I know the experience that he brings to the table, but would it have helped? Bharat sir,
I
Devashish,
think,
anybody?
yeah, Debashish. You are the KKR expert here.
Yeah, please,
Yeah,
Devashish.
I am going for KKR.
No, he's asking whether
No, no, no.
someone like
But provided
Tejasvi
they bat
Dahiya.
Dahiya
well,
can play.
provided they bat well means at least if they can post in excess of 200, I think obviously that will give the cushion for this bowling attack which has been horrible so far. They need the cushion. You cannot expect them to defend 160, 170. You need to give your bowlers that cushion of let's say perhaps 190, 200 runs. And obviously for that KKR need to bat really, really well. Power play will be very crucial. Now with Team Seifert, I assume that he will open the batting. Power play will be very crucial. We saw teams scoring 80, 90. So I think KKR needs to post at least 60, 70 or somewhere around that to set a platform for the middle order.
All right. All right. Well, that brings us to the end of this discussion. Thank you so much, Mohor, Bharat, and Devashish for joining. We'll be back at the end of the game. Will tonight finally be the night when KKR wins a game in the IPL 2026? We'll have to wait and watch. Thank you so much.